Hi guys. I knew it was live. I was just like pausing for a second because I was like, I gotta look. Do I need to change some filters? And I feel like I should do just so I can look somewhat good. Um, I'm been working lately with a new product in my hair, and I've been trying to do this like aggressively part, but whatever. Um, Definitely a warm September day, being September 1st. Um, it's just kind of nice to actually be able to do some videos this time. Um, I'm slowly popping up the chat room um, into a separate window, but obviously it's the new update's not gonna let me happen. How am I gonna do this? Anyways, how's everyone doing? Hopefully everybody is high. Oh, the Boozy Mystic. Oh, hello. I feel like I know that name somewhere. It's been a moment since I've been hanging out on here. Here we go. Top chat, pop-up chat. That's what I wanted. The reason I want to pop up videos because then I could pause my quote-unquote live and do their chat, top chat. I'm setting myself up. I wish this was like auto set for everything, so I can just like have it already. But apparently, just having cameras is not. I guess I'm not professional, if you will. Damn, my hair is just like wavy and curly and long. Hi. Every time, every time I go live or every time I try to make a video, this cat squeaks and squawks. It's Sapphire. She's one of my oldest cats. If I'm not like petting her or touching her or feeding her, she demands attention and it's annoying. Yes, Sapphire. You're right here. She loves it when like I hold her tail and wiggle it. Hi. Hi. I feel like I need to feed you treats because if I don't feed you treats, you're gonna interrupt this whole entire video with your meows. Anyways, oh, it's been a while. That's right. Yes, I remember now. God, everybody's like, it's so weird because like, just talking about like names changings and different everything. Like, I'm still stuck in the old YouTube ways, where I'm just Wiccagem, and I've never thought of like giving myself a different name or have an evolution in my names and whatnot. I've always just been like Wiccagem. I mean, I bought it for a reason. I'm connected to it, and whatnot. But I thought I'd come in here and talk about like updates and stuff like that, um, and just in generalizing. Like if someone wants reading, I could throw reading in there, if you will. Just I'm petting my cat. I'm petting my Pithy, uh, because she's gonna meow and then she'll start climbing up and crawling up on to my lap with 100% claws directly into my thighs. Um, but yeah, I just want to talk about update on what's going on with me. Last night was like a really good night for me, being the fact that I was like, you know what, I've never really give myself a chance to like get into the season of witchy poo-ness. Like of course I'm like, oh yeah, Samhain is round. This let's go in, let's go do this. But I never like started in September. And last night, I was watching YouTube, and a video popped up, and and I was like, oh, I have to light candles in every part of my studio apartment, which not a lot of people know this, but I live in a very spacious studio apartment, very spacious, and reasonable price for downtown Portland apartment. So I'm just like, okay, well, let's light candles here at my desk. Let's light candles around my television, like just little decorative candles, little tea light candles. Let's put a candle on my nightstand. Let's put a candle on my altar. Let's put a candle over here on my dad's bookshelf. Let's put a candle in the bathroom. Let's put a couple candles in the kitchen. So every part of my apartment was, it had a little bit of candlelight. And I uploaded it on Instagram and Snapchat and even TikTok and on my Facebook. I like uploaded on most of my, and Twitter, and uploaded on all my social medias. And I was like, okay, this would be a good time just to upload it. And then the very first thing that came to my mind was, you know, because I've been hardcore fanning like Lana Del Rey, and there's a second part to the story because I'm like, this is quite interesting about Lana Del Rey. So I'm like listening to Lana Del Rey, and I was like, oh, she did a song uh, for the scary stories um, season of the witch, which is one of my favorite songs. And I do love her version. I do love the original, but I do love her version as well. So I decided to use it as like background, and I was like, oh my god, this is pretty cool. That she sang a song, and I'm like somehow like I'm just like reintroducing myself to this song. Like I like I'm almost hearing it for the first time. And I was like, oh yeah, it is. It is getting to becoming the season of the witch, and I love it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going down a freaking internet rabbit hole about Lana Del Rey. So I threw my laptop up and start clicking, and just like learning so much about Lana Del Rey. Like we were the same age. Um, she's a Cancer. You know, she's gone through all this like hard life in the beginning as Lizzie Grant, which I think if anyone who is a Lana Del Rey fan would know about Lizzie Grant and all that whatnot. And so like you learn everything about her, and I was like, holy shit. And then like all of a sudden there's like a YouTube video about her like prophesizing artists and the downfall of them. And apparently she popped out like so someone made this video. I don't know the link. I forgot the name of it. It was like late at night, so don't quote me on like quote unquote on like solid like that's false. It just it's just me wrapping my head and remembering it. And it was Lana Del Rey was prophesizing, and she was throwing down artists about their downfall. Some artists who are top tier artists, and that their downfall, like Ariana Grande, Doja Cat, Lizzo, Azealia Banks, which is like really top tier. That's she even tried to verse Azealia Banks even tried to verse RuPaul over a very similar sound song, but totally different notes. If you love music and you can hear and know music and you just know, they ain't clicking. Like the notes ain't clicking the same. It has the very same concept, but they ain't clicking. It's just ugh. Anyways, so I'm like, Jesus Christ, like Lana Del Rey is becoming more and more of like an icon for me. And I was like, oh my god, I love this. I super really love this. And yeah, yeah, she is classified as a supreme. Yeah, I'm okay with her being the supreme of us. She's an amazing artist, and what, like, so I'm like, okay, I'm watching one of my favorite like paranormal investigators on YouTube, and I all of a sudden just like, for some strange reason, I was like, grab my phone, looked up TikTok, look up Lana Del Rey, and just like generalizing, and like Lana Del Rey is like a fan. She was wearing one of her what do you call it? One of her um gala met outfit with the actual the seven, is it the seven swords or something like that, into piercing the heart, which is kind of really gorgeous. And I've never seen the imagery of that until she threw up into the gala with that, and I was like, oh my god, fucking good. I have to like look up these photos. So now it's like on my background on my phone, and she was taking a picture, and this one fan was like, this fan hands her the phone, and he says, go ahead, take a selfie of us, and she says, fine. So she grabs it and he goes, "Oh, let me do it. My arms are longer and it's a better angle." And then she's like, "Okay." And then she went to go attempt to press the button and he goes, "No, no, 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 back it up more." And she's like, hands the phone. And she goes, "Fuck it, forget it," and walks away. I'm like, I would too. I'm on a pressing time. I don't got time for this. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Bye. So I thought that was impressive the other night. So it just brought me to like maybe a spiritual awakening. Maybe Lana Del Rey like was like throwing something at me. Maybe it was just her not directively throwing something at me. Maybe it's just all in my head. But I was like, you know what? This super moon, I have all my tarot cards laid on my windowsill, which my neighbors probably thought it was fucking weird, which is okay. I don't give a rat's ass because I have a whole bunch of new neighbors, which I'm not a big fan of them. They're very disrespectful. So I was like having all my divinational tools out, some of my rocks that are moon lovers, and had it all out and lit a silver candle, and had I think it was Pisces incense going because it was a Pisces full moon. So I thought I had that going. It was a beautiful night the other night, and I had all my windows open, and I had the fan in the window, and then just constantly like this. It's like a summer's last kiss introducing fall's first hug. It was some weird saying in my head or something like that. And I was like, okay, now the air is being burnt and it's almost done. It's not gonna be hot anymore. It's gonna be in the 70s here. Um, it's just, I want some bit of like, summer, like summer, don't get me wrong, summer was fun. It was really good fun this year. I had a chance to go to Gay Pride, which helped me out, getting back to my gay roots, and whatnot. But not only that, it was just nice to slowly get back into my witchy poo-ness, and I'm like, I need to. And so that brought to my conclusion, in thought, I should rip out my Chris Penzak book of the Inner Temple of Witchcraft, and I was debating, and this is still on the board. I was debating if I should record my experiences, my rituals, my reflection of the exercises in there, and how I felt, and just keep it like a journal, and I'm talking to Wiccagem, and just like reflecting like I always do with my YouTube series, like my Wicca findings and stuff like that. I'm thinking about just doing something like that instead, and just write down notes. I mean, I bought a laptop for a reason, and I'm gaming. I'm like on this, and and everything. That would be so good to like to do that. I've been wanting to follow Chris Penzak's Inner Temple of Witchcraft. I've seen who was it? Christopher. I forgot where he was from. Our Pagan Opinions, I think. I think he if I remember, he classifies himself as a Christian witch, which is quite interesting. I'm not against it, but it's like, or I'm not like anti-Christian, which I mean, to each his own. But I'm like, that's quite an interesting concept. I think he was the first one to introduce it to me, and I was like, oh, well, I mean, kinda. I mean, fuck, if it works for him, it works for him. Really want to do. He did some of that videos, and I stopped watching his videos. I don't know why. In general, like YouTube is so weird. Like if you stop watching certain people's channels, it's not the algorithm, and it's like TikTok, like it controls what you really see. Because if I subscribe to a lot of people, because I'm just a freak like that. I think you need to help them move. No. So on that note, I live in what I didn't know. I just thought apartments available, I get in, boom. What I didn't know, what they didn't tell me, it was based on the income apartments. So I was like, okay, cool. And they were talking about yada yada. We do this once a year, taxes purposes, and we just figure out, and then we can up your rent or lower your rent. It's based on everything. And so I was like, okay, cool. When the pandemic happened, they couldn't raise anyone's rent. When the pandemic kind of cracked open and like the world was coming back to what it's called, like I call the new normal, a lot of people got evicted. And so my whole courtyard, because I live on the third floor and I live in the corner piece, and I can look down on the courtyard. I can look at this side of the courtyard and I can look on that side of the courtyard. And um, it's kind of cool because like I'm high enough where I'm not scared of because I'm a little scared of heights. I'm not high enough to like feel like crazy, but I'm high enough. I'm just right. Anyway, so all the neighbors right here that are in those condos slash townhouses were all evicted or moved because they found better places, cheaper places, and it was a good time to strike to move out because everybody was most rentals were desperate to get people in houses so they can get money flowing in. And also during this time they upped the rent, so that's how people got evicted. And when that happened, there was an anonymous letter was going around, and I'm pretty sure it was an insider worker who probably got fired. Was talking about how based on that happening, there's a potential chance that they might up your rent more because they're not getting the correct income from the state and all this stuff. Don't know why my Bluetooth speaker did that. That's weird. Whatever. So yeah, well, I'm kind of scared. Like I do want them in here, but I don't. The reason why I dislike my neighbors is because it's all new neighbors. And specifically these two neighbors who just recently moved in are friends with another neighbors down here, and they're very Trump supporters. They're one of those people who really believe that Trump is still their president. And so it's just very hard when it's very hard to not put my gay flag up because she had her Trump 2024 flag up and she was told that she was to put it down because it was actually not in her house. So you can have anything hanging in front. You can have anything hanging from your windows. You can have anything hanging on your balcony wall, but you can't have anything hanging off your balcony. Be it plants, flags, Christmas lights, Christmas lights, any of those. You've got to stay within your in your balcony. So you can't have like a light bulb or a wire hanging out. Strange enough. Anyways, I really wanted to do my pride flag for Pride Weekend over here, but I just had this sneaky suspicion that she or he would just attempt to destroy it. But yeah, very big Trump supporters. Not a big fan. Their neighbors, their best friend now lives over here. So my windows have like part sky, part neighbors, and I can look into over here. I can kind of look into people's bedrooms, and everybody has this thing where we just tilt the blinds enough where you get a little bit of light, a little bit of breeze, but not enough to see like a full thing. But over here, like the neighbor's balcony is like super close to my bed. And so if she's out there smoking a cigarette, it goes directly into my bedroom, and I fucking hate it. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah. So about that, I don't want anyone to move. I want to keep people as much in. Just in generalizing. While I'm talking, I might as well sort out my tarot deck because it just needs to be sorted. So I was thinking for a long time, just talking about the book, how I reflect. I think I have a really close friend who's one of his companions, or was one of his companions, because Chris Penn has multiple partners. They're in a open poly relationship. A closed poly relationship, which means that he's not into accepting new people. At the time, I'm not entirely sure. It's very, very blurry. But that being said, I had a friend who is also a YouTuber, he was around for a while, have basically a companionship with him. And when he came and visited me from Portland, the conversation we had was quite interesting, and he was basically asking if me and my partner was open to that stuff, and that there's a chance that might help me get to introduce or be connected to Chris Penzak. And I was like, not that kind of desperate. I respect Christopher Penzak. He's right there in my top people. Scott Cunningham, Dorothy Morrison, DJ Conway are my tops, and I think he would be right underneath. Just definitely respecting him. He's an amazing witch and everything, and I love it. Oh, okay, Aaron. Yeah, you can catch up on your phone. I'm just gonna continue talking on here until then. Just and generalizing my update. But I'll see you around. I'll snap you later, I guess. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing that and making a video probably right after this. I just start creating videos, just laying down videos hardcore, and just upload them. Upload them. Just I think maybe just do it raw like this. Just right off my phone. Let it be raw and whatnot. Oh my god, let me see it raw. I haven't figured out how to do editing on this, and it is so like it has literally updated so much that I'm so stuck in old time of movie updates and how easy it was. Like you could just drag. So I guess I'm just gonna have to like watch some YouTube videos and just learning how to create videos, do some edit. I want to get back to my intros. I want to also get back to like credits, background music and stuff like that, and just try to fucking edit the shit out of my things. I was always against editing videos because the one reason why I'm never really like editing videos as much. I like to create an intro, put music on and all this stuff and just keep it as is, but never chop videos or cut videos for editing, is because I want you to get the full throttle of me when I'm in the mode of talking. And I know sometimes it's over talking, sometimes it's under talking, sometimes it's like emphasizing on a subject way too damn long. I tend to want to keep those as raw, so it's like as if me and you were talking on the phone or video chatting. That's how I want to keep it. But yeah, definitely want to do the Chris Penzak stuff and whatnot. So yeah. But anyways, thought it would be a quick update. It's 30 minutes live video. I think I did a good time. I need to be consistent. This is the thing. So yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a good night. I'm probably gonna hop off now and try to make some little bit of videos when I have a chance with this. And yeah. Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Well, thank you for watching. And if you didn't catch me live, thank you for watching and generalizing, and thank you for the likes and subscribe and whatnot. I'll see you guys later. Peace.